Hello there, you lovely people. I hope you're safe and I hope that you're well. Listening is such an important aspect when it comes to being a good friend. Whenever I travel the country to deliver school assemblies, I can guarantee you that by the end of the session, certainly of the assembly where it may be about mental fitness, mental well-being, it will always go to a question and answer session, which I love. But I'll always run out of time because those questions just become so deep about friendship. And normally you guys, you young people, in a beautiful way, care so much about other people that it's, how can I make sure that I'm a good friend? How can I support a friend who may have poor mental health? How can I show that I'm a good listener? So I thought what I'd do is I would reach you guys far and wide on YouTube and TikTok with 4 top tips in how you can be a good listener. So let me just do a quick definition of what true, good, healthy friendship is. The website Britannica, they define friendship as a state of enduring affection, esteem, intimacy and trust between two people. In all cultures, friendships are important relationships throughout a person's lifespan. My first top tip is about the importance of turning up. It's all very well being there in somebody's company, but actually there is a real big difference between hearing and listening. And when I'm asking you to be a good listener, I'm asking you to turn up. I'm asking you to minimize any distractions. So if that means maybe turning off the TV, it might be kind of maybe playing background music of the radio. But I'm also asking you to not be fidgeting, to make sure that the distractions such as your mobile phone is we're not doing this, like, yeah. I'm asking you to put your phone down. Sometimes my top tip with phones is to get them out of sight, out of mind. It's proven that when we're having a connection with somebody, and whether that's at the dinner table, in a restaurant, at the park, and we've got our phone in our hands, that we are less involved in that particular conversation because subconsciously we're thinking about the people that may have contacted us on our phones or what do we need to do. So sometimes just bear in mind the power of your phone and out of sight, out of mind. When you are connecting with that friend and you're showing them that you're listening, it's about gentle eye contact. It's about having that open body language. We're not like this. We're not a face that we don't want to be there. We don't want to listen to their troubles or their sad stories, that we want to be there to support them. So yeah, just turn up. My second top tip is about the importance of stepping into their world. Now this is where we can really show that we're listening, because what we're doing is we're stepping away from our troubles and our judgments and our opinion, and we're stepping into their world where we're trying to understand where they're coming from. Sympathy and empathy are 2 very different things, and I will do a different video about that another day. But I want you to tap into that empathy of where you're almost putting yourself in their shoes. Okay, it's a Carl Rogers phrase. And empathy is a really important aspect of being a good listener. And by you kind of turning up into their world, shows them by you asking questions about kind of exploring, I'm not too sure what to say, that sounds really hard for you right now. So it's just about the importance of kind of that listening and asking questions, being curious about how they're feeling, because then, this is the power punch here, they'll know that you're listening. They will know that somebody is hearing their story, and that's powerful. Another top tip, you ready, is use silence as your friend. I have so many of my young people, of my school kids, that are so scared of silence when they're connecting with a friend, but actually silence is really powerful and really beautiful. And what I need you to do is I need you to embrace it. Just bear in mind that even though it may feel awkward for you, actually what it might be allowing your friend to do is to not only know that somebody cares because they're listening and that they've got a chance to tell their story, but actually what you're doing is you're providing a really safe space where they can unravel their chaotic thoughts and kind of just allow them to be verbalized and to be felt and to feel valued by that. So yes, use silence as your friend. It's not as awkward as you think it is. And my final top tip is about the importance of listening to understand. Now, one of my favourite authors out there, Stephen Covey, he's got one of the best ever quotations. Stephen says that most people do not listen with the intent to understand. They listen with the intent to reply. And as he simply says, that actually it's not about having the right words to say, the right advice to say. It's actually about simply being with that person and listening. And you don't need to have an answer. If it is really, if they're going through a really terrible time, maybe all they need is the validation of actually that sounds like it's really hard for you right now. Or, better still, I don't know what to say, but I do need you to know that I'm here for you. So it's just about you literally being with that person and being there to listen to their story in an order, to understand it, rather than, what do I need to say, what do I need to say? And just a cheeky top tip there is that some people that are your friends would much rather tell their story in a way where they're active. So that could be do and talk or walk and talk. So for some of your friends, they may find it too hard to simply have a cuppa and sit on a sofa or sit on a bed. What they might find easier is either going for a walk and a talk, or a do and a talk where it might be doing something that they enjoy. So it may be, I don't know, art or doodling or something like that, where their hands are just busy. There's just that distraction rather than that eye contact maybe being a little bit too intense. So there you have it. There's just some top tips. And what I love and what I'm so grateful for you guys as a younger generation is that you want to do good. You want to be a good friend. And I'm grateful for that, because it just shows what a wonderful generation you are. Anyway, you take care, and I'll see you next week. Bye, everybody.